This is the Teardrop 5K in Chatsworth, Georgia. It was well attended. It was actually cold. I can't believe some of these people have so few be dressed, but it was a pretty cold morning. But it was a great race. Lots of people, lots of participants, and kind of in the country. And a lot of people, I think, use running as their key to maintaining health and fitness. So in this race, I actually carried the camera with me. I think it was a little GoPro. So I was using it just to kind of get a sense of the run itself by carrying that camera. And it was, I filmed myself a little bit, some of the course, but it was, again, running is one of the best all-around conditioning. You do have to deal with the concussion. And as run quite a bit, and ultimately had to have my knees replaced. But I'm running here with replacement knees. There's a fireman in full dress that was running very close to me, young guy, and
amazing.
And they looked like several of them that do rescue operations for the fire department, which is interesting. Moms and their little babies, lots of diversity in the running event.
We're at the Teardrop 5K, 10K, half marathon. And I'm sorry.
My name's Arthur.
Arthur?
Yes.
You're a combat veteran from
Yes, sir.
Vietnam?
No, not Vietnam. I did El Salvador and Panama.
Okay.
87 through 90.
All right. Well, a couple of veterans here.
Hooah.
We like to ask people about how, in this case, running, has impacted your quality of life by maintaining health and fitness.
Oh, yeah. I jokingly tell people my wife is 10 years younger than I am, so I have to keep up with her.
I love it.
But no, I just enjoy running. I just enjoy the sport. It's, you meet a lot of different people, and then after a while you see the same people. And then what I like is when you get to a race and they look at you and go, "Oh, you're running it?" I go, "Sorry, I train hard, I run hard. It's all part of, staying active."
That's it.
And then when there was a race last week or a couple of weekends ago called the Sweat Bee Swarm, and there were a lot of younger kids. And so when you pass all the young kids, they go, "Well, you're pretty fast for an old guy." And then they look at you, "I'm sorry." I go, "No, I understand. Don't worry."
That's good.
It's just, it's that camaraderie. That's what I like about running from, 7, 8 years old, all the way to 70, 80 years old. Everybody, we're all runners. How'd you do? Hey, pretty good. All right, you're going to get an award. It's awesome.
Do you do other things besides running for your health?
Oh, yeah. Now that I'm retired, I do a lot of gardening. I hate cutting grass. So I turned we only have an acre, but I turned half of it into a garden, vegetable garden. And so get up in the morning. All right, am I going to garden? Am I going to run? I do photography on the side. So I stay active. And that's what I told people. I go, when I was working, I got too many hobbies to be working. So last year, Thanksgiving, I told my boss, "I'm out of here. I'm going to retire." And even my wife just a couple days ago said, "You're busier now than when you were working." I go, "I know. People want to go to lunch. They want to go to dinner. They want to go to breakfast. Just staying active. There's never a day where, gee, what am I going to do? Nope. Always something to do."
Yeah. What would you say to those people that are just on the fence? They can't seem to get out and do something to motivate them to get off that couch.
It starts if you're going to do running, the greatest sport in the world, it's one step at a time. You can go, if you're in Chattanooga, you can do it along the river. I do all my training up at Enterprise South Nature Park. So if you don't mind running into deer, coyote, or turtles, or chipmunks, even though if I'm running, I'll still stop and the deer will look at you. And I jokingly say, the deer go, "You don't have your camera, do you?" I go, "No, I don't." "Oh, well, then we'll just stay here and eat." And you can walk right by them and they're not even bothered. It's awesome. They're almost as tame as like Cades Cove deer that just look at you and go, "You can't do anything. We're protected." I just love it.
That's great.
You get out, take your camera. When I first started running, I did a lot of marathons and I would take my camera. I know I'm not going to win, but when you're in California, you get to see Oakland, San Francisco, San Diego, Palm Springs, and I just took pictures of everything. Big Sur, they bus you at the start and tell you got to run back. But it's 26 miles of right along the coast, and I've got tons of beautiful photos because I know I'm not going to win, but I had a great time.
So you've done a lot of running.
Oh yeah, I've been more than about 3/4 of my life is just running. And I tell that about people who tell me that, well, football, baseball. No, my sport is part of yours. Yours is not part of mine. And they're like, "What do you mean? You got to run the bases, don't you?" "Well, yeah." "You got to run to catch a pass, don't you?" "Well, yeah." You get my point? Running, greatest sport in the world.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm sorry. You want me to keep going? How long is this interview?
Well,
Yeah, I'm a fanatical runner.
But you do any other activities you just say?
No, pretty much running, gardening.
Yeah.
I play guitar, photography, because I'll just go up in the Smokies like during the fall and spend a day or two, let the wife know where I'm going, and just shoot fall colors. I tell people, I got some friends that live in the mountains, so they'll tell me, "Hey man, the bear's been coming around." So I'll go out and I'll sit it and just wait for the bear to come. In my backyard, I have a bird feeder, and one of them is a hummingbird. So my neighbor came over one day and said, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm waiting for the hummingbirds." And they would come about every 15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
And I would say, "Just sit here and watch." And sure enough, they come around, I take pictures. And I do that for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And my neighbors are like, "This is weird." "Well, you're 40, I'm 67. What's weird to you is not weird to me." And of course, my wife knows where I am.
Yeah,
I'm in the backyard taking pictures of hummingbirds. And then I'll send them to like the local news, and then they'll put them online, and people tell me, "Hey, Art, you're going viral." I'm like, "Again?" Because the hummingbird photos or videos, whatever I shoot. Just staying active.
That's fantastic.
And it all really centers around running. Because if you go hiking, you've got the endurance. So I can do the photography up in the mountains.
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing we like to ask is, any spiritual beliefs, anything that helps drive you through life, motivate you?
No. Just edit that part out. I'm just big in me doing it, not relying on something else.
Yeah.
I do it for me, and then my family. When my son was younger, it was because I was 40 when I had my son. So people were like, "Whoa, you're not gonna, you're kind of old to be having a kid." No, not really.
I was the same way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just pretty much for the family.
Yeah. People think,
I tell people I want to live long enough to be a thorn in my kid's side. Edit that one.
all right. Well, we appreciate any comments you have for those people out there that are trying to figure out what they can do.
Not that you wouldn't edit.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get out and do it. I mean, on a beautiful day like today, walk, run, just try it.
Just do something.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
70 and over. In second place, Don Cruz. And first place with a time of 32:30, John Disterdick.
We want to thank you for watching RedefiningAging.us. I'm John Disterdick, your host. And our goal for the series is pretty simple. We just want to enhance the quality of people's lives. So if you know of an event that you think would be one for good for us to cover, please fill out the form on our website, and not only the event and what it is, where it is, when it is, and if there's a person you know that you think would be a good person for us to do a testimony on in some event, please let us know. And if you want a fuller description of my testimony, you can either go to johndisterdick.com and look under ministry, or you can go here at redefiningaging.us. We appreciate your viewership. God bless, and hope to see you on more shows.